What's going on, everybody? Nick from Nick's Kicks and Comics here. Just stopping off of my LCS to add some stuff I didn't have before the fair market value kicks in on anything. We're back to almost 80 degrees here in Texas after having 6 inches of snow, a city shut down, and 10-15 degree weather. This place is really crazy. People talk about New York and the snow, but I trade that for the stability of the weather any day. All right, so the thing about my LCS, again, I'm used to growing up in comics, just everything being cover price and not being subject to fair market value, but this is before any eBay was around. So I have 4 different comic stores around me. I've picked this one because he always picks beautiful books. He always bags and boards them. Gives you 10% off new books, and he really always cuts a deal, usually with any other of the back issues that you buy. I pick him not because he's the closest. He may be the closest, but he's got the combination of knowledge, back issues, the way he treats his books, and just his ability to cut you a deal. So there are 3 other LCSs in the neighborhood I could go to. One is in a college town where there is no negotiation. Weekly books are just thrown up on a wire shelf. A lot of somewhat of a back issue catalog, but if it's marked with a price, there is no negotiation. All right, that could be a good thing. That could be a bad thing. I picked up a Marvel Point One first appearance of Kamala Khan for $80, and they also had a Legend of the Blue Marvel #1. They wanted $325 for, but it had just the tiniest of tears in the cover, and they would do no negotiation. So they're pretty good. In a pinch, just in case. But with a college town, there's still a lot of guys collecting. There's another comic store not too far off where there really isn't any back issues marked. You can still snag a lot of modern keys that seem to just pop onto the scene for cover price. And the guy who runs it is more in line with what I'm used to as a comic store owner. Just nothing fancy, no real magic cards. Just the focus is on the comics. He keeps his weekly books in like a wooden shelf. He charges for bags and boards, but he's another really cool guy just to go and talk to. And the final one in my area is a little bit more of a boutique place. They service pops, they service the magic community. They do comics, they do, other little toys and stuff. They keep their weekly books also on a wire shelf. They charge for bags and boards. And, you can really, I guess they don't upcharge for fair market value if it goes up that day. But then again, if it goes, it goes. So I picked the guy I go to because, like I said, he's knowledgeable, gives a fair deal, and he keeps his books in good condition. So let me know what you think. Why do you keep your LCS? What are the reasons, pros and cons? And do you cheat a lot? Cheat often? I mean, do you find yourself going to other LCSs to fulfill your weekly needs? Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll have another video up soon, or a second part to this video showing the stuff I picked up today and some of the mail calls I got. Hey, talk to you guys later. What's going on, everybody? Nick from Nick's Kicks and Comics here. Hope everybody's having a good day, good week so far. Picked up all the books that they wanted to pick up. Want to share some of my pickups this week from the mail. As usual, I got the weekly comic store pickups going on in the background. I wanted to share some of my good stories, bad stories, some things I felt like maybe I could have did better. But, it's all a learning process. So
We'll start off with one of my favorite covers of all time, Mike Zeck's Captain America 286. Just one of those books that I've had since I was a kid and just always gravitated to, but I realized I haven't had one in my PC, so I picked one up off of Instagram. So, second one, Darth Vader number 6. This is the second print variant with the Oshi cover, I believe it's called. Nice cover by for me. I thought it was really awesome. Got some other Grail, so to speak, Darth Vader books coming up. Radiant Black, Virgin variant number 1. I think this is the 1 in 50. Pretty fun story to read. Been enjoying it. Hope to see how it goes down the line. Let's see what goes on number 2. A little spec, the Unsound number 1, eBay pickup. I got a few copies of those. I think they were like $10 a piece. So, as everybody knows, I'm a pretty big Crow fan. I want to pick this Crow Lathe up in a number in a CGC 9.8. I was able to pick up 4 copies for a really good deal on eBay. Frankie's Comics threw this one in. Really enjoy dealing with Frankie's because he seems to just throw some stuff in, you know, whether it be comics or stickers, whatnot. Superior Spider-Man number 33. That cover I really enjoyed. So I'm going to be getting that graded and throwing that up on my little wall once I get it. Marvel Comics presents Wolverine number 1. I've been seeing this on Instagram a lot lately. And I just happened to come across it at the comic store, so I decided to pick it up. Another one, Thor 358. Just right around that Beta Ray build time. I can't remember who the artist was. Art Adams? Walt Simonson, sorry. And for those who care, newsstand edition. Another pickup, comic store. Thanos number 1. Pretty big week. Like Sundays are, you know, once everything is done, all the chores are done. Nice cover of Batman Beyond here. Pretty much nothing to do. I'm not a big football guy. I sit around and watch TV, so I decided to go to the LCS. And that's when I really dig through the stacks. And could be a good thing. Could get me in a lot of trouble like it did this past week. Infamous Iron Man number 1. Watching one of Gary B's, the casual comic guy. I think he got this in one of his mystery guides, his mystery boxes. I picked it up because it was a really cool cover. I think it's the first appearance of Dr. Doom in Iron Man armor. Another classic one from the early 2000s. First appearance of the Venom symbiote in the Ultimate Universe. Keep going with the Venom. Another classic What If cover. Also been seeing a lot on Instagram lately. Came across it in the stacks. Pretty good deal. Keep going with the What If theme. This one I'm going to crack open and read. I haven't got a chance to yet, but those What If stories I really enjoyed. Came across a lot of Deadpool 2. Picked up another issue 1. An issue 6, sorry. Issue 1 should be here. Nice Eastman cover. Spent a lot of time. Probably spent like 3 or 4 hours there at the comic store. My wife was wondering what the heck I was at. A little bit more spec. Hardware number 1. Remember all these Icon series. I've been on the lookout for Static. A few of the other Icon heroes. But this one out of the poly bag. This one in the poly bag. Number 4. Pretty much all he had, but still cool to pick it up. Specking again. This is Naomi number 1, the variant edition. I picked that up from Wanted Comics, I want to say. They had a really good deal, so I picked up 3 copies. This cover, came across. Awesome. I thought first Scotty Young, but just McFarlane being cute, I guess. Decided to pick up a lot of the Spawn books with the announcement that Donny Cates and Stegman are going to be writing and drawing the Spawn universe. A couple other key issues in that run. Decided to add it to my pull list with last month's 315. I read it in the beginning, but you know, I always tried to figure out what that little counter was and when he uses power, how it would apply, but I never could. So I stopped reading it after like issue 25. Spawn 302. 301. Had another really great pickup early in the week from my man Wild Comics Unboxing on Instagram. Fantastic deal. Dope cover. And I'm not going to lie, this one hurt to buy because I probably had 30 copies when it first came out, but Spawn #1 really hurt because like I said, probably 15 or 20 copies I just probably threw in the trash one day. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And keeping with the McFarlane theme, my second favorite, or everybody's second favorite Amazing Spider-Man run. I'm not talking about 300 either. Just a dope cover. I think I can, you know, get some better condition out of it when I press it with the new press I bought. And just I've been seeing this cover all, you know, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook or even on Instagram. This is the third print though. Pretty good deal. From, I forget who this was from, Marvelous Comics. My man Mike Scott on Comic Book Steals and Deals put me on to this. That's another show I got to stop watching because it costs me money every time I watch it. Ice Cream Man #2, not one, but 2 copies. I don't know if I'm going to try to go after #1. It's just too crazy. So, Captain America 1, the Design Edition, 1 in 25. All from Marvelous Comics. Also a Undiscovered Country. And I picked up another one of those at the LCS. This cover I had to have. Great Humberto Ramos. I think it's the 4th printing, #2. First print, 4th print, whatever. As long as it's good looking, I take it up. Something is Killing the Children. This is the Golden Apples edition, I think. This is #13. Also picked up the LaHaye variant edition. Got also the Diane Alice coming in the mail. Was able to pick that up at cover price. Gonna get onto some Star Wars High Republic. I think that one is from 616 Comics, the Keith Trennis. This is the 1 in 25 variant, #2. Also, this is from Wanda Comics, also #2, the variant edition, the Virgin edition, as well as the trade dress. This one, Amanda Hutchison, who I found out was Donny Cates' wife. She recently adopted the Cates surname as well. She's putting that now in her illustrations when she's tagging them. I picked that up, was able to claim it off my 616 Patreon. And this one, I got a story behind this one. I saw my man Brian from Comically Correct Comics spec on that book, so I went to go check it out, see what prices was. And I found a seller on eBay who had about 10 copies. Was able to get a little bit of a discount as far as an offer goes. But when I got the book, there were 10 copies. I got the book. None of them were bagged and boarded. They were all stuck face to face in 2 bags. Again, not bagged and boarded. And what he had said near mint had turned out to be either spine roll or a little bit of edge roll or a combination of both. And thankfully with the press, I can get a lot of it out, but it kind of annoyed me. I mean, if you're going to sell comics, bag and board, it's essential. So it kind of got on my nerves. So I opened up the box to see what kind of mail he shipped. And knowing what I paid for, I paid $16 to ship. The guy sent it media mail, so it probably cost him $5 to ship. All right, so it annoyed me. So I sent him a message on eBay. I asked him if there was a refund coming because, you know, send it first class, send it priority, give me bags and boards. Don't charge me $16 and then claim it's just shipping and handling. That it annoyed me. All right, so he got back to me. He says, yeah, if you read the listing says regular mail plus $1 for each additional book, shipping and handling. Which I can understand if it's 10 different books you have to go here and there for, search for, but there were 10 of the same books. Don't charge me for every flip of the finger. It's ridiculous. So he says, I'm not giving you a refund. And I told him, I said, listen, just like I said now, if it's 10 different books, I can understand the dollar charge. If they were bagged and boarded in Mylar, I can understand the dollar charge. I mean, I have no problem with it. But if you're going to nickel and dime me and then try to say, you know, read it in the listing, don't try to give me that. All right. So I also put it to him that in his listing, he said that we're all near mint minus or near mint plus. And with the edge roll, it drops it down at least a full grade, you know, into very fine, in my opinion. All right. So I don't want to spend the time in boxing these up, and I know that I can press out most of the defects. I don't want to send it back because I don't want it to cost me any more time and hassle to have to ship these books back to him. So I told him I wasn't going to send it back, and I definitely left him a negative. All right. Like I said, I could work with him if he's bagging my stuff or if he's willing to look past the shipping and handling for 10 of the same books. So the guy cursed me. He called me a moron. And I sent them over to eBay for review. You know, and honestly, it kind of irked me. But, you know, you always have these email gangsters who, you know, if you saw them in person, they wouldn't even act up. They probably wouldn't even look you in the eye. All right, so from that terrible experience on eBay, going to another fantastic experience I had with an Instagrammer and YouTuber. You guys might have seen Wild Comics Unboxing. Chris over there. I was checking out Instagram one night. He had like this kind of like blind mystery, you know, $40 slab. What do you want to do? Come pick it up, you know. And I trust the guy. I trust his value. What he's not putting out a bad product at all. So I said, all right, I'll lay it out. $40 shipped. He sent me this beautiful book. Awesome. So I guess, you know, you weigh some of the good stuff should hopefully outweigh the bad, you know. And he's one of the good guys. So definitely check him out on YouTube and Instagram. Going more into spec, Wanted Comics, I had got this right before McFarlane opened his mouth and said that they were optioned for a TV series. So Wanted Comics had a set of 5 issues, 1 through 5 of their Virgin variant covers. All beautiful. 5, 4, number 3, just awesome, beautiful covers. Number 2, and number 1. I got them right before that announcement, and after the announcement, they still had it on the site, but they raised it $30 to $80, which is still a pretty good deal in my opinion. And to round it all out, this was the Jenny Frison variant. I mentioned that last week, not the Inhyuk Lee that I presented to you guys. So another one that I picked up right underneath the buzzer in eBay, really a good deal, and picked up a press to iron out some of the comics I've had, and I start everything back in the day. I start everything face up, so they all have that spine roll. So I figured, I got more than 10 books to press, so I might as well buy one. So I don't know if you guys can see it in the background. I got it open, and I just pulled out one of those Invincible Iron Mans. I got to keep throwing them in. I probably have 2 or 3 of those a day. I press them probably about 5 minutes at 150, and then leave them in a cold press probably about 5 or 6 hours, and they come out and nice. So my thing learned this week, as I mentioned earlier, that I was in the comic store Sunday, and another guy came in. He had asked for ASM 298, and then he walked back to the long boxes where I was searching through. We started talking. Seemed to be about my age, and he was digging through, and we had mentioned all the books that we had in the 90s, and he pulled an X-Force #1 that was still bagged. He was like, you know what, here, take it. Is it anything? So I opened the bag up, opened bag and board up, and I looked, and it had the Deadpool card. So I was like, it's kind of like the right thing to do to give it back to the guy. He had pulled it out, and I told him, I was like, it's a pretty good deal, especially right now that with that card, it's pretty hot. So I gave it back to him, kind of begrudgingly, and I said, if you don't take it, I'm going to. So he wound up taking it up to the front and buying it. So while I kind of feel it was the right thing to do, like the guy in me, the collector in me, kind of smacks myself for letting that go. But I don't know. Do I live with the money, or do I live with the fact that I could have did better by myself? But I guess in dealing with some of the people that I've dealt with on Instagram, those good people I've dealt with, people you see here on YouTube as well, and as opposed to being, that idiot dealing with on YouTube. I'd rather be that guy who does the right thing. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments. Appreciate you guys sitting around, watching, listening to me, and seeing what I got. Hope you got some good stuff too. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Later.